Big A, I heard from somewhere that your first-time chatters get to pick the topic. What are your thoughts on Nvidia buying billions of stock in Intel? If you guys don't know, Nvidia just bought $5 billion worth of Intel, making Nvidia a co-owner of one of its competitors now. And the idea is that Nvidia will be able to help get Intel moving on creating chips in America. Yet everyone, this is all, I mean, this wasn't just like Nvidia's own idea. This is the government's idea, basically kind of pushing Nvidia to do this. First of all, it's funny to me because I remember in 2017, when I'm first starting to work at Nvidia, everyone there sees Intel as like the giant, the behemoth. At that time, Intel's revenue was like 20 to 30 times bigger than Nvidia. It was way bigger. I mean, the company was it was like, they're the big 800-pound gorilla in the room. Intel's, and now it's like Nvidia is propping up this little baby boy. It's such a funny flip. Intel's such a mess now. It's such a little bro. So that's my first instinct on that. The second is that, you know, obviously a similar situation happened with Microsoft and Apple. So Microsoft, at the height of its dominance, Apple was about to go bankrupt, and Microsoft invested, I think it was probably millions at the time instead of billions, but they invested a lot of money propping up Apple. And their main reason for doing that was they needed a competitor so they didn't get found out to be a monopoly. Like, Microsoft was keeping Apple on life support just so they needed a competitor. What's funny is Apple then roared back and became the largest company in the world. But at the time, they were near death. And so maybe Intel rolled back. I don't know. But yo, quick update. Actually, 2 quick updates. The first is that I look fresh to death. Okay. You know, give me a sheesh in the comments if you like it. I'm dressed up to do this interview with Gavin Newsom. I have no idea how it's going to go. We'll follow up in the future, and I'll tell you all about it. I'm going to try and get my point across about the economic realities that are being faced younger millennials and Gen Z right now, and how they feel like they're not being heard by politicians. That's the main goal of my topic. Whether I talk about that or gaming, whatever they want to ask about, we'll see, but that's my goal. But I wanted to give an update on this as well, because I've read more about it and thought more about it. And one thing that has become really clear since this announcement of Intel and Nvidia is that Nvidia is not going to be using Intel to make their chips. They don't think they're anywhere close to ready. They have these, 10-year deals with TSMC. They're locked in. This is not really about Nvidia actually switching to using Intel to make their chips. They're going to partner with them on some CPU, GPU combos for AI and for integrated graphics in laptops. And that'll be a nice little business, maybe steal some market share from AMD as if Nvidia needs more. I think there's a strong antitrust case here. In fact, China is bringing that up right now, though they have political reasons as well for this. They're just trying to weaken Nvidia because they want their own domestic chip industry to do better. But what it feels like to me more, this investment, now that I've thought about it, is it's kind of a political bone to throw to the White House's industrial policy. The White House is really, really committed after they bought 10% of Intel to making it, to ooh-rah-rah Intel, to making chips in America. We're going to do it with Intel. And I think they wanted to pressure Nvidia to sign something to commit to making chips in Intel. And instead, Nvidia did this, which is kind of a deft political move. We're going to invest in Intel. We're going to help them out. But they don't have to actually move their chips to this unproven, not ready Intel foundry. And so, kind of a smart move. Though I got to say, this story as well, Nvidia is caught between a rock and a hard place, man. They're getting more and more political pressure from America and from China. And when you're the most valuable company in the world, it's like hard to keep, there's a lot more pressure to go down than go up, man. Everyone wants a piece. Everyone wants a piece of the margins. Everyone wants a piece of the business. And when you're this important to the future of tech, all political parties have an interest in having some control over you. So I'm interested to see how Jensen handles it. But that's a little update I wanted to give. Wish me luck on this interview. I guess I'll say there's one interesting part of this story, which is that very recently, so you guys know how Nvidia makes the best GPU chips, the best chips for AI. They design the best ones in the world. This is USA. And here's Nvidia, okay? And Nvidia would love to sell these chips to China. Ooh, this is China. But the United States said, no, you can't do it. After all this bickering and stuff that's happened recently, Nvidia now can sell the chips to China, but China just said, no, you can't sell them. China's been complaining the whole time. They've been complaining that US is trying to stifle their tech growth, yada, 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 yada. And then the second they allowed it, China banned it because they don't actually want Nvidia chips to be sold because they want their own competitors to have a market. Didn't you talk about this? I did talk about this on a broader level, but what I'm saying is this is just now happened. It wasn't just the specific model I'm talking about. China just banned tech companies from buying Nvidia's chips. This is brand new. So now you just can't buy Nvidia, which of course, Nvidia is scared and shocked about, which is one reason why they're more interested in being part of this Intel thing and trying to get, a domestic chip competitor. Won't these chips still make it across the border? Yeah. Nvidia chips will still find a way to get sold in China. But at the end of the day, if you're a Chinese AI company, it's a lot harder to get your access on enough smuggled chips. And if you're doing something like inference, which isn't as difficult as the training of AI models, maybe you would buy a possibly lower quality, locally made AI chip from China. If they get that demand, they'll get better at making chips and they can catch up to Nvidia is the idea. I will say, sorry, I'm going off on this one more time, but I will say that I've always made the case that when a government tries to ban something from another major country, they are starting the clock until that country figures out a way to not need you anymore. That's why I said US banning chips from being sold in China was stupid. But it's happening now with China. China has tried to restrict and control rare earth metals from being able to go to the United States, which of course caused a bunch of money and interest and pressure into creating our own rare earth supply chain. Now there's still a ways to go, don't get me wrong, but this is what happens. You can't have an indefinite permanent advantage. It's not like Spice in Dune. Everybody has human beings capable of adapting eventually in some way. How do you money rare earth metal in America? It's not all mined in China. It is produced and refined in China. It's mined all over the world. Rare earth metals are not rare. That's the misnomer. They're not rare. You can get rare earth metals fucking anywhere. What you need is factories to refine them. And that's where they all are in China. It's never been more over. And you linked YouTube creators. What is this? This is YouTube AI generated monkey playing the ukulele. Bring your imagination to, oh, dude.
All right, everyone, time to get funky.
I'm less worried about this. This is whatever. Listen, someone will make something funny with this. Because no matter how slop this is, someone can make it creative. What I'm more worried about is, have you guys noticed? I saw this because I got recommended Game of Thrones YouTube shorts. It was like clips from the show. Why the fuck are they putting this weird AI filter on every fucking clip? What is it? It's so weird. Why are they doing it? I don't understand the business reason. I'm watching a clip from a TV show and all the skin looks waxy and pale. And it's like this clip did not need a filter on it. It's just from a show. Oh, is it get around copyright? Is that why they do it? That would actually make sense. Real skin is kind of ugly. Oh, your take is that we have to put a filter on everything because real people's human skin is too ugly. That's an interesting take. I don't agree. I don't walk around and go, man, I wish everyone's skin was waxier. I wish it looked more fake and weird. Yeah, I thought it was very odd. I guess, and actually, you know what? You saying that takes some of the pressure off me though, because I actually thought it was YouTube adding it as a platform, but you're telling me the uploader probably added it to get around copyright, and that I can understand. It is from YouTube. Wait, make up your mind. Is YouTube adding an AI filter to shorts? Let's just get to the bottom of this. YouTube has been automatically applying an AI-powered upscaling and enhancement process to some user-uploaded shorts, altering videos by unblurring, denoising, and improving clarity. What the f is this? So they are doing this. Why? Well, either way, it's stupid, all right? Just don't automatically change people's content. That's crazy. H-Rock hates innovation. Shrug. I hope they will denoise the film grain out of 12 Angry Men so I can sit through it. I hope, this is just my dream, right? I hope they add a cute little AI generated penguin on a skateboard to the background of Schindler's List so I don't get so bored watching it. If they could just cut in, take all these classic films, chop them up into shorts, and then add little fun characters to the background so it's not so goddamn boring. That would be peak. The Godfather, but with a zany Godfather. Yeah, make it zanier, make it goofier. Will Smith should be eating spaghetti in the background of every YouTube short. The goofy father. Scorsese's gonna put Minecraft parkour in every film he makes now. God fucking willing. God fucking willing. Because honestly, I watched The Irishman and I was a little bit snoozer. Just a little Minecraft park. And Scorsese, you can go crazy with it. It doesn't have to be just like the stock footage. You could have like Chris Pratt, for example, do some Minecraft parkour on a green screen. And then like he's jumping in place and then you add the Minecraft. That would be fucking sick. That would be, to be fair, you also fell asleep during Minecraft parkour. Yeah, I have high standards. I only want Minecraft parkour, but I only want it from Scorsese. Okay? I'm sorry that I expect more. You're telling me you wouldn't watch all of... Dude, I saw... Wait, what was this article? God, I hope I can find it. Yeah, here it was. Gen Z only watches TV through social clips. Hollywood is scrambling. People are just watching the bite-sized pieces of shows. And it's funny because it's like, yeah, it's crowding out even organic social media. Like the idea, people are just watching like Hollywood is working round the clock with $100 million budgets to make movies that you're going to watch 10-second bits of. It's what Quibi should have been if they were smart. It's crazy they fucked up something as simple as short form video for Quibi. I can't believe you raised $2 billion to make an idea where you have to watch a 10-minute full video and you can't use your phone while doing it. I have to be fully attentive to Chance the Rapper's Punked. What a good fucking idea for a business. Hey, Truck, thank you for book pilling me. I have read so many books this year because of you. You're welcome. I like that you're now book pilled. It better be smut only. You better be on Book Talk. It better be about like a werewolf fucking an orc or something. 9-part series called the... I don't know. I don't have a name for it. It's called the Orc-G. No, they wouldn't have such a crass name. They wouldn't call it a crass name. That way they can put it in the aisle at Barnes & Noble under like teen books. And then it turns out it's like 100% smut. The Monster in Me. Holy shit, yes! It's called The Monster in Me. But it's not about the werewolf inside of you. It's about the werewolf inside of you. Holy shit. That's a banger. That's a fucking banger, dude. The shorts of TV shows are actually the thing that makes me pull the trigger and watch it. Just seeing clips of Chernobyl made me see it, but I torrented it. So I've already discussed this. I actually did a wins and fails or something back in the day about this, about how Hollywood was realizing that these short form clips were actually driving interest in their actual product. And unlike you, some people do actually end up paying for the ability to watch it. However, it is funny to be like, actually it triggered me to go out there and find it, and I pirated it. So they didn't get $1. So I stole a clip to watch it, and then I watched the full thing by pirating. So that'll really justify the spend on that multi-million-dollar TV production. I'm not going to actually watch Suits. It's just for clips. How can someone watch more than one Suits clip and not realize they're watching the same clip every time? What is the point of just watching the same clip of Suits over and over?